Okay, this is a follow-up video to a friend of mine, that being Sean Pelkin93, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He basically did a rant on good stores closing, or stuff like that. And this is actually my variation of that sort of video, but I'm going to be doing it on a completely different topic altogether. My topic is basically Saturday morning lineups. I'm not going to talk about weekday afternoon lineups because these days, not many people really care about weekday afternoons. Well, unless you're the PBS network, then that's a completely different story. But I want to talk mostly about Saturday morning lineups. Specifically, the ones provided by this steaming pile of dog turd Litton Entertainment. The reason why they didn't last so long is because most people are either having cable, satellite, or the new streaming stuff. Why can't people have variety these days? I get that not many people are watching the local stations and stuff, but hey, there are some people who still liked watching that stuff. Now, Litton Entertainment replaced 4 blocks, and one I'm really annoyed by the most, and the other 3, well, hit or miss, basically. First, let's talk about Litton's Weekend Adventure, which replaced ABC Kids back in 2011. I wasn't really annoyed by this because, well, some of the shows on ABC Kids I didn't really care for. Well, the majority of shows I did. There was basically one that I really didn't care for, that being Hannah Montana. Replacing Phil of the Future with Hannah Montana I did not approve of, honestly. As for the other shows they had on their block, they were alright. But, yeah, hearing them replacing them with Litton's Weekend Adventure, I honestly didn't care, honestly. But I'm sure everyone else probably did. Of the 4, that one's the second or third one that really got on my nerves. Next, there was CBS Dream Team, which replaced Cookie Jar TV. Cookie Jar TV had some interesting shows. I don't remember much of their programming. All I know is only a few. One of them was the Doodle Bops, which I'm mixed on. Then there was Busy Town Mysteries, which I actually have a soft side because I used to love the Busy World of Richard Scarry, so I have to defend that one. And plus I like Cases because you're talking to a person who loves Sherlock Holmes, so I have to defend that show. As for the rest of the shows, I don't remember the rest of the programming, so I can't really answer much. I remember more about Koopolis and KOL's Secret Slumber Party, so I'll probably talk about that in a different video. Then we get to the one that I'm very annoyed by. Vortex on the CW being replaced with One Magnificent Morning. It is not magnificent. It is the opposite of magnificent. If anyone can come up with a word that's the opposite of magnificent, that would be Litton's block on the CW. I would rather have Vortex on the CW back, but in reality, I would actually really want the CW4Kids to return. And I mean just the CW4Kids, not Toonzai, because I think Toonzai was a bad rebrand. I much prefer the CW4Kids from the 2008 to 2010 run when they said, "You're signed on to the CW4Kids." That was the variation of the channel I liked more. So, yeah, if they had to bring back a block for the CW, I would want the CW4Kids sign on, even though 4Kids Entertainment had bankruptcy, and now they're known as 4 Licensing Corporation. But hey, a guy can dream, can't he? And last but not least, there's NBC Kids replaced with The More You Know. Originally, it was just a segment, basically, where they show celebrities talking about important stuff, and now it's a Saturday morning block on NBC. Seeing NBC Kids replaced with that, I honestly didn't care, to be honest. I actually predicted this would happen, and I was right. So basically, there are no children's block on any local station anymore, except for stuff like RTV and a few other local stations, but that's a different topic. I'm talking about the main local ones like CW, ABC, NBC, and even Fox and My Network, but they don't have Litton blocks, they just have programming and stuff. So, yeah. All I can say is Litton Entertainment programming, the majority of them just doesn't interest me. The only show I actually liked was on One Magnificent Morning. It was called Save to Win. It was a game show kind of like a tribute to Supermarket Sweep and Shop Till You Drop. Even though Game Show Garbage did an induction on that and it won the Patrick Wayne Award, I actually still like Save to Win. I'm a game show fan, so... I mean, sure, it had some flaws, but it could have some improvements. I'll probably make another video on what could be improved with Save to Win. But, yeah. To cut a long story short, I think Litton Entertainment should rot in a sack for all I care. I would rather have 4Kids Entertainment taking over all the Saturday morning blocks. I know I sound crazy, but hey, would you agree with me on that? If someone else had to buy out the Litton Entertainment and put good programming on it, tell me, what would you put as your Saturday morning lineups for what stations? I know for ABC I'd bring back Disney programming and maybe some Disney Channel shows, depending on which ones are good and not. For NBC, I haven't decided on that. I'd probably relaunch Cubo on NBC, which I actually prefer Cubo on NBC over NBC Kids. That was not a good rebrand, honestly, in my opinion. For CBS, I don't know. I haven't really decided. And for the CW, most people would say Vortex, but I say the CW for Kids. I'm sorry. It's just the CW for Kids had some of my favorite programming. So, other than that, that's basically my rant on Litton Entertainment. I'm sorry to say I don't like their programming. I still don't, and I never will. So, hashtag shut down Litton Entertainment and hashtag relaunch the good Saturday morning lineups. Even though people are streaming, variety would be nice.